Hey DIFFUS, we're Villanelle. You know how Neville does it. Follow up.
We are currently recording our next EP and we're at Teeth Studio with our producer, Jamie.
We just love Jamie's sound from the stuff that we'd heard him do before when he did the records with Hank.
He was recommended by a friend of a friend. We were in that process of trying to find a producer that we could work with that was also within our budget because we were self-funding the first EP.
I like that, you know, how it is because it means we can spend ages here because we're comfortable here and we love Jamie, so it was nice.
When we came here before, we sort of had it all ready to go. I mean, you know, we've been playing these songs a long time before we actually recorded them. So last time they were very much sort of ready to go, whereas this time I think we're sort of trying out some new sounds, sort of bringing things in. They're there structure-wise, they're definitely going to be changed versus maybe what people have heard us play when we've played them live.
Some of them are already there, some of them aren't. They're similar in certain ways, but also not. I feel like they're just growing more sonically better, a bit more experimental. One day I woke up and was like, I need 2 lads, went searching for them.
Probably needed 3 really.
Yeah. Needed 3, but gave up at 2.
You got 2 and you thought, that'll do.
I don't need another one of these guys. Nah, seriously though, me and Ben met through sort of word of mouth, news, like people in similar groups. You know, sent him the text a couple times, tried to get things going, ended up sort of like gelling together, met Jack in a pub. We shared our undying love for pints of Guinness. There was no structure to it. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was like being at school. And you know when like you're at school and the teacher's like not coming to the classroom yet and it's just like chaos, but sort of you're in an environment where you think you're doing stuff but you're not really.
We had Ben on drums. He was playing with a water bottle and a bar blade.
That was our
I was playing bass. I
rehearsal.
hadn't really even played bass in my life, and we wrote Hinge in that room that first day. That's sort of why it was released first, you know. I mean, at the back end of the tune there's like recording of us talking to each other, like squeaking at each other in that room.
A lot of it evolved from going to the pub.
Yeah.
We'd set our equipment up and then be like,
they were the good old
pub.
days, man.
Yeah,
they were the days.
I feel like the gap between not doing anything in a band and then finally getting to that stage was a bigger gap than being there to now. Do you know what I mean? Doing nothing, like musically, and just being like, I'll just be happy to be in a room with 3 or 4 lads just doing music. That was such a big leap anyway, so that we were just, you know, I was happy with that at that point.
We're talking about the sound of the band. We've only released a couple of tunes, you know. I think we're still finding that and it's going well, but
yeah, I'd say Placebo rounds it off the nicest.
Yeah, we did that at the very end of the EP and it was sometime after the first lot of songs we'd done, and I remember doing that and thinking, this is different in a good way, you know. This is like an amalgamation of all those things that we've just recorded but in one kind of song. That's kind of the direction we're going in. I think it's the most important aspect of this band. I think that's what we kind of write songs for, partly, is just to be able to actually go out and play live. I think that's where we're most in our element as a band together. That's where it all begins. That's what you do when you write songs in a room, you know.
It's better to start playing live, then release music. If you do it the other way around, you might not even know if you like it or not, you know? For like gigging is the most important thing.
You know, we were throwing our stuff in the back of the car and, you know, in Ben's mum's car, you know, whereas now it's like once we've got all these teams around us and there's sound engineers and roadies and stuff, that's when the scale of it becomes sort of unimaginable.
The biggest lesson I feel like we learned was that it's possible, you know, to play places that big, and it's very inspiring. We
definitely came out as much stronger musicians from it because you sort of just have to learn to cope with that kind of magnitude and size of audience and everything. So we developed quite quickly, which was good. But it was obviously under a pretty intense sort of spotlight. Like we didn't really get to develop in the shadows like other bands might, you know.
And that's what I loved about then going from that to doing our own tour, which was back to seeing the whites of people's eyes.
So I sort of feel like our energy's better sometimes on those smaller stages because we're sort of so into it and you see the reaction so up close.
The first time we played in Manchester, I heard the lyrics sung back to us, and it was just weird. We got so used to sort of playing to crowds that, you know, would barely react. If they would react, it'd be like, oh wow, remember, like, do you know what I mean, like remember the night sort of thing, because you got reaction. But now it's seeming like it's every sort of show and it's nice. Nice level up.
If only we had a gig to ruin yesterday, we'd smash today.
Just do the T-pose, bro. Do it over me.
We're all waiting for you then.
Jesus
We'll
Christ.
listen.
Run out of beer.
You know what? Great fucking goal.
Someone can get me a beer.
Dankeschön. I'm singing this to my German audience. Auf Wiedersehen, darling, Dankeschön.
Are we getting our introduction?
Have a good show, lad.
Tell me otherwise, 'cause I'll spit in your